Immersive open world, extremely fun quests, and an abundance of customization, Hogwarts Legacy certainly does live up to the hype. If you are planning on playing Hogwarts Legacy, here are 10 interesting, spoiler-free takeaways from my first few hours in the game. First up, we have to talk about the map. It's absolutely huge. Hogwarts itself is hands down one of the biggest, fully explorable areas I've ever seen in a game. As you can see here, it's broken down into 6 different sections on the map. Inside the castle there is everything you can imagine. The Great Hall, common rooms, classrooms, corridors, big outdoor areas and so much more. Without using fast travel, it does take a while to get from one end of the castle to the other, which makes it incredibly realistic. As you run through the corridors there is so much detail to take in. This really is Hogwarts and the scale is incredible. What's even more impressive is there is a much wider map to explore outside of the castle grounds. As you can see here, we have Hogsmeade, which has multiple different points of interest and places to visit. Above Hogsmeade we have the Forbidden Forest and a few wizarding hamlets. As you move further down the map you can see how many different wizarding hamlets there are. In total there are 11 excluding Hogsmeade, and you can see just how far down the map stretches. Overall it feels like a fantastic open world game. I've been really impressed by the customization so far in Hogwarts Legacy. The character creation at the start of the game is extremely fun. Despite a lack of options for body size and facial hair, it does allow you to create the character that you want to be. The gear and accessory options are amazing. This is the gear menu and it's really easy to navigate. You can add wand handles, handwear, facewear, I mean look at these funky glasses I found, headwear, neckwear, cloaks and robes and outfits. As you progress more you can also customise your flying mount and broom. What I found really cool is you can change the style of some items, but it will keep the same stats. To do this you press change appearance and select the style you want. For example, here I changed my outfit from the Tattersall vest to the diamond casual and I still have 16 defense and 5 offense. Now one thing I was surprised about is the length of the introduction to the game. It does take quite a while to get into the game. This isn't a bad thing at all, I just wasn't expecting it to be this long. For context, I've played around 8 to 9 hours and I haven't gotten my room of requirement, broom flight or access to some wider parts of the map. There are lots and lots of cutscenes, mostly where you are introduced to the main characters. I really enjoyed sitting back and listening to what other characters had to say. The game takes its time introducing you to the story and lets you settle into the wizarding world at your own pace. Talking about the story, I have one word: amazing. This is a spoiler-free video, so I'm not going to go into lots of detail, but it's incredibly magical. If you've watched the launch trailer, you'll know we can see whispers of ancient magic and we can even control it. It's really exciting to have ancient magic at the centre of the main story, as it's an incredibly fascinating and mysterious part of the wizarding world. My first impressions about the main story that I can share without giving anything away is that it's still very mysterious. For example, from my first few hours in the game, I still don't know much about the background of my character. The sense of mystery and secrecy really has me hooked, and Hogwarts Legacy definitely has a very interesting story to tell. Next up, let's talk about the quests. You have main story quests, side quests, assignment quests, and relationship quests. Assignment quests are the additional quests you complete for the professors, and relationship quests will be for the companions. Sometimes you need to complete an assignment or side quest before you can complete a main quest. The quest log is really easy to navigate and you can track a quest simply by right clicking on it. It's really user friendly as the minimap will guide you to the starting point of the quest. For side quests, characters will send you a letter, so make sure you open your Our Post located in the field guide to see these in your quest log. At the start of the game it's mainly introductory quests for the main story and go into a few classes to learn the spells that you will need. Talking about classes, they are incorporated into the main quests. It's quite structured so you know what you need to do. In my time playing so far, I've never been left feeling confused. I really felt like I was attending my classes at Hogwarts. The classes are mainly cutscenes with an opportunity or two for you to get involved. For example, when you learn a new spell, there is this shape you have to click around on. It's not a minigame or anything like that, but it does help make you feel like you've earned that spell. Another detail that did surprise me at first was the puzzles. They're everywhere. In almost every corridor or staircase you walk walk down, you are guaranteed to find one of these puzzles. Now, to be honest, they are quite difficult at first, but once you know what to do, they're okay. It's based on numbers and maths, so not gonna lie, I did struggle. Basically, you need to match the correct symbol or number to fit the equation on the board. It takes a few attempts, but it's worth the hard work as there is usually some kind of loop behind them. The combat in Hogwarts Legacy is spectacular. From what I've experienced so far, it's incredibly fun. I find myself wanting to go back to the dueling club just to keep on practicing. It's very smooth and easy to get the hang of. For PC players, it's a combination of left clicking for basic cast, then pressing numbers 1, 2, 3 or 4 for specific spells such as Accio or Incendio. You press Q for Protego, which is your block, Control to roll, and Z and X to cast ancient magic. It may sound like a lot to take in, but the information is presented to you in a very easy way to understand. The dueling and spellcasting also just looks so cool, and I found it incredibly enjoyable so far. An important aspect of any open world game is the NPCs. Now, there are positives and negatives to mention here. This is the only thing that worried me going into Hogwarts Legacy, as we saw the weird facial expressions in the showcase. Luckily, this has improved. During the dialogue scenes, the facial expressions and speech looked good. Voice acting is great across all characters I've interacted with so far, and there is a good range of voices. However, I noticed another issue. As you can see here, sometimes it looked as though the NPC had a big spotlight shining on them and they would be a bit too bright. Not a huge problem, but something I did notice more than once. One thing I am slightly disappointed about is NPCs not being very reactive or talking as you walk past. It's great in the common room, but around the castle I expected there to be more NPC conversation as I was walking past. For such a big open world game, I would have expected a bit more from the NPCs. When we do hear something, it's great. I would have just liked a little bit more of it. My final first impression for Hogwarts Legacy is the immersion. The amazing graphics, soundtrack, setting, and scale of the game truly make me feel like I'm a student at Hogwarts. Little things like being able to pet the cats as you're walking around the castle make it feel like a home, and that was my biggest wish for this game. Overall, the beginning of Hogwarts Legacy has truly been impressive, and I am so happy with it. To keep up with my Hogwarts Legacy journey, make sure you follow me on Twitch, linked in the description below. Let me know in the comments your first thoughts about the game. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Hogwarts Legacy content. Thank you for watching, see you next time.